Wanting a beautiful, meaningful day without going into debt doesn't make you cheap. It makes you smart. So I went down a rabbit hole listening to what real brides had to say after their budget-friendly weddings were over, and I kept seeing the same regrets pop up again and again. Regret number 1, skimping on the memories. This was by far the biggest one. So many brides said their number 1 regret was not hiring a professional photographer. One woman shared that she asked a friend who was dabbling in photography to cover her day, and she said, quote, "A lot of the shots came out blurry." Others said that when they relied on family to take pictures, they just didn't get the shots they truly wanted. The other side of this coin is video. So many women said the day goes by in an absolute blur, and they desperately wish they had a video to look back on. One bride put it perfectly, "It's such a busy day, I barely remember anything." The video catches the great things you'd miss. Regret number 2, trying to do it all myself. This one is about stress. To save money, so many of us think we have to be the planner, the decorator, the coordinator, and sometimes even the cleanup crew. And bride after bride said this was a huge mistake. One woman wrote, "Day of coordinator, wish I would have had one. It would have been great if I wasn't the point of contact for everything." Another wished she'd hired someone so that she and her mom could have actually relaxed and enjoyed the day. When you're the one telling the DJ when to start, making sure the caterer has arrived, and solving every little problem, you aren't a bride, you're an event manager. Brides talked about being so overwhelmed that they couldn't even enjoy the moments they'd worked so hard to create. One poor couple literally spent half their reception cleaning up everyone's mess. It doesn't have to be like that. Even if you can only budget for a day of coordinator to just run the show, it is money well spent for your own sanity. Regret number 3, forgetting the vibe. A really common regret was trying to DIY the music with a playlist and an iPhone. One bride confessed, "I regret not hiring a DJ. It's not only music, they help with the flow of the wedding. Flower toss, first dance, whatever you want. A good DJ or even a great MC does so much more than just press play. They read the room, they get people excited, they move the timeline along smoothly, and they create energy. When you don't have that person, the reception can feel a little awkward or slow. The music is the heartbeat of your party." Regret number 4, not feeling like a bride. This one is so personal and so important. It's about the dress and your hair and makeup. I read so many stories from women who settled for a dress they just liked but didn't love because it was cheap. One bride said her $70 dress actually had a hole in it that she discovered on her wedding day. It's not about buying a designer gown, but it is about finding a dress that makes you feel incredible. Because as one person pointed out, the photos and how you felt in that dress last forever. The same goes for hair and makeup. One bride put it so honestly, "I wish I would have just shelled out for hair and makeup for me. It was just okay, and I wish I would have felt a little more done up." When you're feeling confident and beautiful, it shows. If that's important to you, it's worth budgeting for. Regret number 5, spending money on the wrong things. Okay, on the flip side of regrets is spending money on things that in the end didn't matter at all. A ton of brides said they regretted blowing their small budget on elaborate flowers, tons of little decor items, or fancy favors that nobody really cared about. One bride said it simply, "Flowers, cake not worth the cost." She realized guests care way more about good food and good music than they do about fancy centerpieces. Another woman spent $250 on a tiny piece of greenery for her arch and said she would have been much better off with a cheaper fake arrangement because no one even noticed the real one. The lesson here is to focus on the big picture. Before you buy that custom cocktail sign or those personalized napkins from Pinterest, ask yourself, will this really make the day better for me or my guests? Or could that money go towards something that creates a real impact, like the photographer or the DJ? Regret number 6, making my guests uncomfortable. Finally, a few brides regretted cutting corners in ways that affected their guests' experience. Some wished they had sprung for an open bar with at least beer and wine, feeling like a cash bar kind of killed the festive party vibe. Others regretted choosing a really inconvenient day, like a Thursday, to save money. One bride said she felt guilty because so many of her guests had to take a lot of time off work to be there, and many had to leave early. While a weekday wedding can save you a ton, it's something to think about carefully if most of your guests are local workers or are traveling to see you. So when I was reading these, I was thinking, what's the takeaway here? For me, it's that a smart wedding isn't about how little you spend. It's about how you spend it. Focus your precious dollars on the things that last, the memories and the photos. Focus on your own peace of mind so you can actually be present for your own wedding. And focus on the overall experience for you and for the people you love. You can have a beautiful, meaningful wedding on a budget. You just have to be strategic